Good afternoon. My name is Diamante Russell, and I'm going to talk to you today for a few minutes about the harmful effects of smoking cigarettes. My audience members with me today are Now, did you know cigarette smoking is responsible for more than 480,000 deaths per year in the United States, including more than 41,000 deaths resulting from secondhand smoke exposure. This is about 1 in 5 deaths annually, or 1,300 deaths every day. On average, smokers die 10 years earlier than non-smokers. Cigarettes are what's affecting human life and the planet. The world should know how much damage is being caused by smoking cigarettes. People should understand what they are really putting in their body. Now, I've never been a fan of cigarette smoking, and I feel the drug should be illegal. Cigarette smoking increases risk for death from all causes in men and women. First, I will discuss the history of smoking cigarettes. Second, I will discuss diseases that come with smoking. Third, and finally, I will discuss the cigarettes in the present day and how they are affecting people in the world today. The history of smoking dates back to as early as 5000 BC in the Americas. Smoking has been practiced in one form or another ancient times. Tobacco and various drugs were smoked all over the Americas as early as 5000 BC, and the shamanistic rituals originated in the Peruvian and Ecuadorian Andes. According to an article from Wikipedia.org, many ancient civilizations such as the Babylonians, Indians, and Chinese burnt incense as part of religious rituals as they did Israelites and the latter Catholic and Orthodox Christian churches. Tobacco has been growing wild in Americans for nearly 8,000 years. The first European to discover smoking was Christopher Columbus, and according to CancerCouncil.com, cigarette smoking making machines were developed in the latter half of the 1800s. The first such machines produced 200 cigarettes per minute, and today's machines produce about 9,000 per minute. Cheap mass production and the use of cigarette advertising allowed tobacco companies to expand their markets during this period. Now that I've discussed the history of smoking, I will now discuss the diseases that come with smoking. Cigarettes, if nobody smoked, one of every cancer deaths in the United States would not happen. The risk of dying from cigarette smoking has increased over the last 50 years in the U.S. Not only in the last 50 years, but also more than 10 times as many U.S. citizens have died prematurely from cigarette smoking than have died in all of the wars fought by the United States. And there are numerous amounts of diseases from cigarette smoking: lung cancer, heart disease, diabetes, liver cancer, erectile dysfunction, etc. all contribute to the health risks of smoking. According to CDC.gov, smokers are at a greater risk for diseases that affect the heart and blood vessels. Smokers are more likely to catch cardiovascular disease and respiratory diseases than any other disease. Smoking can cause lung diseases by damaging your airways and the small air sacs found in your lungs. If you have asthma, tobacco smoke can trigger an attack or make an attack worse. Now that I have touched on the diseases of smoking, I will discuss cigarettes in the present day and how they are affecting people in the world today. Cigarette smoking is the leading cause of preventable diseases and death in the United States, according for more than 480,000 deaths every year, or about 1 in 5 deaths. Current smoking was higher among persons aged 18 to 24 years, 25 to 44 years, and 45 to 64 years than among those aged 65 years and older. According to CDC.gov, in 2017, 14 of every 100 U.S. adults aged 18 years or older currently smoke cigarettes. This means an estimated 34.3 million adults in the United States currently smoke cigarettes. More than 16 million Americans live with a smoking-related disease. Cigarette smoking is down, but about 34 American adults still smoke. Quitting smoking cuts cardiovascular risk just 1 year after quitting smoking. Risk for heart attack drops sharply. If you quit smoking, your risk for cancer of the mouth, throat, esophagus, and bladder drop by half within 5 years. Before I end my speech, I'd like to take a few moments to thank my audience members And in closing, I am Diamante Russell, and I hope that you have gained some information of the harmful effects of smoking cigarettes.